Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy John Megacycle here. We're on the second matchup. Warren was victorious against Giles in the first. Warren is now going to face Lissette, and we're going to see who's going to be the best allies. After this, we're going to move on to the Soviets, and then we're going to move on to the Empire of the Rising Sun in the same format. Best of three. Not really much to say here. We've got two fairly similar ally players. Air Force is going to be a second thought. But land expansion, land aggression is what I expect out of both Lissette and Warren. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, we have Lissette in the west, Warren in the east. What do we have first? Power plant, probably. Oh, barracks. We're going to see barracks out of both of these players. Interesting. Again, not a bad take. If you can get out an engineer or two quickly before your enemy figures out what's what, it's not a bad call. Lissette with some peacekeepers right off the bat. I think Warren is going to go engineer, then some puppies. If last match is... Oh, peacekeepers as well. Interesting. Oh, okay, there's our pups. And Lissette... going a little heavier. No engineers out of Lissette. Warren is at very minimum going to get this first oil derrick. Without puppies on the battlefield to exert territory control, this is going to be a free grab. There we are. Warren was able to pick up that $500 finder's fee for being the first to capture a civilian structure. Lissette has a pretty darn good force here. She rushed with just that. She might be able to make some real change. That's a fair composition right there. What does Warren have? The same, but less. See a puppy here running in the middle. Probably just doing some surveying. Gonna probably camp out right by the oil derrick or push in. And second option seems to be the keeper. Where's Lissette's forces? Okay, went back to the MCV. We'll see some patrolling like that sometimes. Oh, defend the engineer. Defend the engineer. Oh, defend the engineer. Oh my gosh, that was close. Okay. You're going to see a lot of that. I don't know if you just noticed that. There's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of push, retreat, push, retreat, push, retreat. From the way I understand it is the AI is doing constant checks to see whether or not it's a good idea to push. And then saying, okay, now right now, I'm just going to lose this unit. Let's pull it back. Okay, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Giles kind of shut this down on the quick fast, and the infantry are retreating. A little bit of laser lock, I think you could get the job done, but just retreating, especially against these faster ACV units, they're just going to get shredded. Yeah, no. Man, I would have rather attacked than just retreated. Okay, now the attacking happens, and now it's too late. The unfortunate thing for Lissette is she absolutely lost any sort of advantage now. Oh, man. Puppy did a bark. And puppy got barked. Really good strat with the puppy right there. Secondary ability, the bark stuns enemies. What is it called? Amplified bark. May then maul with impunity. A lot of IFVs here. This is exactly what I would have expected out of Lissette, but she's got to move them together. IFVs are quick. They're very speedy little units. You can get a lot of territory captured up with these guys. And what do I mean by territory capture? There's not, like, territory flags on the map. We're not playing Z or Z2, that old RTS. But what I really mean is, where do you have enemy units? Where are your units? Where's all your stuff floating about? Do you have a good control of what's going on? Retreating. You could just run that guy over, but that's okay. A little bit of back and forth here. Warren has both of the oil derricks. Are Lissette's both refineries working at least? Yes, they are. Warren to first expand, as expected. Look at all this rocket that's being thrown and then received. That's embarrassing. Right there. That's embarrassing. To lose a vehicle and almost lose a second vehicle to a single javelin. Yeah, this battle's already a done deal. The ACVs aren't even required. They'll add good damage because the IFVs have light armor, but still. Oof. This is already... I think this is already a done deal. Warren has twice, if not way more forces available. Third refinery online. Lissette has not expanded. Cryocopter. Interesting. Cryocopter, an interesting take. It's going to make enemy units significantly more vulnerable while they're frozen. Oh, and miniaturized. Nice. Now, if this IFE comes over here and does one rocket, this guy should be out of here. Just gonna keep chasing that puppy all the way? No? Okay. Oh, man. Unfortunate for Lissette. Yep, that takes care of that one unit, but without a proper rebuttal to aircraft, this is going to be a lot of territory control that Warren is going to have. Okay, he just has the one Apollo fighter. I've not seen a naval yard yet. Interesting, considering both Giles and Warren rushed that naval yard. And I'm not going to say, like, rush like it was the first thing, but still, building it at all was kind of interesting. A few IFVs. All of the refineries are online. No expansion. Vindicator here, swooping around. Gonna get a lot of free damage. That's what I mean by the hit and run. A lot of free damage gonna be able to be dumped there. Without a sufficient amount of anti-air, this is gonna be just a real slobber knocker. Whatever that means. Ooh, cryoblast. Close, but no cigar. You gotta run that IFV back. Oh, it's gonna get rinsed. Oof. Warren's unit composition showing a dominating approach to this matchup. Yeah, completely outclassed. This is not looking good for Lissette. Oh my gosh, and Warren's Air Force just coming in here shredding. Let's do a quick tech check. Oh, the very first Guardian tank comes off the line. More Guardian tanks. Okay, this is more what I expected out of Warren. A little bit of a heavier vehicle response. Nothing new or surprising. We got a bunch of them. Guardian tanks have an interesting secondary ability. I think it's called the Pathfinder? It's literally a laser that allows other targets to fire faster. What's it called? Target Painter. Lissette using the cryocopter to good effect, but unfortunately, that's just a lot of money wasted. That's just a lot of money just wasted. Oof. Promotion, promotion. That laser lock having a really hard time trying to paint the structure. Just a couple of these Javelin infantry can absolutely shred lightly armored structures. Really any structure if left alone. Lissette desperate to get that barracks online. Down to one functioning refinery. Yeah, real issue with this matchup I'm noticing and the one prior. A very distinct lack of an understanding of the triangle of power, right? If you're not familiar, the triangle of power really basically says... It's like a rock, paper, scissors thing. Think of that. Or like Pokemon, right? You got a fire type, a grass type, and a water type. One is strong against another type. One is weak against another type. It's a triangle. It's the same thing here. The problem is Lissette going very anti-vehicle with the IFVs and anti-structure, but no anti-infantry. She lost thousands of dollars in that regard, and that just didn't fly. Now, will Warren be able to pick apart this MCV before it hits the water? What is happening here? This laser designator is hilarious. Their laser painter. Target painter? Something about paint. Target painter. If you have a squad of tanks, you only really need just one to paint targets. And it gives everyone else an attack boost. Or it just makes the unit in question more vulnerable. I don't know what Lissette's going to do. There's going to be more than enough aircraft that could just swarm in here and just finish the job. What's the move? I don't see the progress bar moving at all. Lissette's out of cash. Top bar is HP, bottom bar is whatever's being produced. And since it's not moving, cryocopter of his own, Warren moving in. After a little while, I don't know how long it takes for a structure. Oh, and there we go, the first particle collider comes on. Unnecessary and gratuitous level of shenanigans. Maybe the cryocopter will put out some of the fires. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. With how quickly this moved, round 2 does not look any better. Would expect it. Oh, okay, here we are. So the ACVs come back out. Can the Athena reach? No, that's a little bit extreme. But once this goes, the power plant's got to go, and that's about it. Oh, the miniaturization. Tiny MCV is cute MCV. And that does it for this. The ACVs come with some sort of torpedo, in addition to the chain gun, which makes it very formidable. It's cheap, it's quick, it does the job. It's not going to beat out a destroyer, but it's still not bad. Okay. Let's check the resources real quick. Lissette not keeping lockstep with Warren, but still did a much better job than Giles, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and back this up. Reverse. Good luck, have buns. Alright, best of 3 matchup. Let's see where this goes for us. I'd expect the normal build order, a barracks out of both of these. AI. Barracks, yep. And then power plant out of both. Oh, our first scan. Hey, we haven't seen that ability in a while. Look at that. Alright, someone's getting a little scanny. Power plant and power plant, yep. And then refinery, I'm sure. I guess I really thought when I wanted to do this matchup in this little bit of a tournament, I didn't know how repeatable some of these AI were. I guess quite repeatable is the answer. But I was really hoping that we would have like a little bit of diversity. So maybe now we'll see more infantry. Like maybe there's like a 10% variant. I knew there wasn't going to be like a 50% variant. Like I know Lissette isn't going to jump into aircraft. Like I know she's not going to do something like that. But it would be cool to see something a little bit different in this matchup. Second refinery for Lissette online. Second refinery for Warren online. Heavy with the puppies. Heavy puppy force. Look at them cute little boys. Lissette probably going to go the same mainstay. Yep, handful of peacekeepers, hand care of javelins. Half a calf. I don't know what I was even trying to say. Anyway, as I was chit-chatting, Warren captured the first oil derrick. War factory. Or armor facility, right? And armor facility, okay. I would expect to see the ACVs right off the line. Yep, absolutely. And then IFVs for Lissette. Yep. Now, to have these more viable, I would like to see some peacekeepers inside of them. I think, oh my gosh, are you just going to get that Javelineer for nothing? Oh my gosh, Lissette, watch your stuff. Oh no, and another puppy. The big battles are important, but the small battles can really be even more. All right, Lissette capturing her first oil derrick. Interesting. A lot of good culmination of infantry on patrol, but yeah, now I expect that the ACVs are online. Laser lock, get on the attack. This could work out really well for Lissette. Get those IFVs up here to provide armor support. It might work out really well, but as you're... Oh, okay, there we go. That's not something we saw last time. Last time she just retreated and lost a ton of extra damage. And see, I stand by what I said. That laser lock would have paid off in spades. But now it looks like it didn't pay off at all. Okay, IFVs move in. They'll be able to shred these ACVs with little problem. IFVs are good as they are, but to really make them excel, you got to put infantry in them. Even Javelin infantry. You get some Javelin infantry in an IFV, they get another missile rack? Like, they get way more damage. The IFV also customizes depending on what infantry you put inside of it. If you put a Peacekeeper, it gets like a little mini turret on top, which is great against infantry. The repair with the engineer works out really well as well. But looks like the oil derrick got captured by Warren. This is already not looking good for Lissette. She lost one of her prospectors down here. And unless... I don't see her cooking up another one. Did she go Air Force? What is she building right now? I am not too sure what's happening. Let's do a quick check on Warren. What's he up to? Air Force, okay. As expected. Reaching out to that third expansion. Or that third ore area, I should say. Every second that passes, without any refining involved, Warren is making a lot of passive income with those 2 oil derricks. Right now, Lissette could move to the southwest with these IFVs, remove this ore refinery, move up here, remove this ore refinery. Even if she wouldn't take them, it still is a lot of damage she could deal against Warren's bottom line. I'm not sure what's happening. What's Warren up to? A lot of loose infantry. Oh, is that the first Vindicator? Where is the shadow in relation to the craft? There it is. Wow. Would have taken me forever to find that. Probably going to go after the second refinery. Oh. Where are you going, buddy? Power plant? War factory? War factory. Okay. Armor facility. Whatever. Lissette totally has the answer for that. But unless she gets her stuff in order, this is like I said, every second is going to be harder and harder for Lissette to deal with this. Yep, third refinery online for Warren. Lots of loose infantry. Yep, was going to do a deployment there. Yep, this is where the mismatch really happens. These 2 Javelin are going to be able to ruin these IFVs pretty easily. And with enough Vindicators to boot, this is going to be another decisive win for Warren. Yeah, just here. See, this is the power triangle I was talking about. Look at how much artillery, missile, rocket fire, whatever, has to get thrown at this soldier. And they're just being picked apart. Yeah, that's a really incredibly bad matchup. And now Warren has more than enough Vindicators, stack wipe the rest of it, and get everyone in laser lock mode, completely just tear apart the base. Lissette did get her second refining online, but unfortunately didn't really catch up, and I think I just saw a top secret protocol there. I wonder what Lissette is using for her top secret protocols. Okay, using the Prospector to good use, just running over infantry. This Prospector now has killed more infantry than I think all of Lissette's IFVs combined, which is sad. Ugh. Guardian Tank online? Yep. Starting to sell, do a little consolidation. That's a good call. Yep, sell, sell. This is going to get removed. Wow, a promoted harvester. You don't see that every day, for sure. Okay, going back to basics, starting off with the barracks. Lissette's still trying to build stuff, has some money. I don't know where the money's coming from, but has some cash. These prospectors have been double downing on ruining infantry. Oh, and that just ended. And we should see an unpack anytime now. There's no more cash. There's no more cash to be had. Lissette's dead in the water. Did that tree just stop an MCV? What? I'm thankful the AI is less derpy in this game than it is in Command & Conquer 3. But still derpy. I mean, there's nothing for it to do. It can't even afford a power plant. That wraps it up. That's it for the allies. Warren is going to go on to the next match, tournament, rank. Gosh, I do not know how to talk about brackets. I wish I did. Resources are kind of where it's at. That's where people have the most fun money. Right at the 3-minute mark is where we start to see the strongest deviation, and then it just gets worse from there. More money means more units, which means more territory control, which just everything kind of spirals off that. So that's going to be it. That wraps up for the Allies. Warren is going on to the next most powerful Soviet AI. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and we'll keep this tournament going. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.